Hello, this is the video for February 15th, Monday, and there's our agenda, which you'll see on Schoology. We cut out our Black History Month video, though they're fantastic. You can click on that there, because on a snow delay day, I just try to keep class to 35 minutes if I can. The slides are there, and you can see what we did today. We talked about the kinds of simple tests and mystery solving that investigators have to do. And then our STEM is when solving a crime, detectives must gather all the facts first, because, but, so. So we'll look through the activities. The big thing that differs today from last week is we're really moving into crime scenes and confessions. So our unit's about investigations. That's a big concept that can apply to very many different worlds and topics. For a couple of weeks, we're going to stay with the world of crime. How do investigators look at a scene? How do investigators interview potential suspects? And what does it mean when someone confesses? At all times, we're kind of keeping in mind our larger objective, which is to consider how objectivity is always being tested, how we, or how crime investigators, must resist subjectivity and assumptions, or resist bias, trying to take in the facts, uncolored by our judgments. For a quick disclaimer, in this class, we're only going to talk about crimes through fiction and not real crimes. When we look at visuals especially. It's a little too raw to look at footage of real crimes, and it might not bother you, but it could bother some people. But plus, we've got this rich treasure trove of movies and things to draw from that depict the dramatization of crime scenes. So first, we looked at this clip of Men in Black. Unfortunately, I cannot play them on the video here because copyright will then mean I cannot upload this video to YouTube. So in order to watch these clips, you have to go into the slideshow, which is there on the agenda, and just like click through till you get to Men in Black. This is a quick, wonderful clip of Will Smith's character being basically tested to see if he would be a good fit for this unique police force. And what we find about him is we're naturally inclined to make erroneous judgments quickly. It actually takes a lot of training and a natural disposition to think outside of the box. And here Will Smith shows us that he's doing that. In this scene, again, which I wish I could play, but I can't, but you can look at it, I tasked your classmates with trying to figure out what the witness lied about before L, the lawyer, is able to decide it. And the point I want to make with this clip is background knowledge helps. A good detective knows a little bit about lots of different things. It's what allows them to walk into a crime scene and see more quickly some of the extraneous details that might give them clues into what happened. Not all crime scenes happen in the same kind of place. They happen in so many different parts of our world. And so background knowledge about lots of different places and topics will help. That is what helps Elle in this scene determine why the witness is lying. And then we tried our own skills at it with this quick little mystery. So this you can do. I'll read it to you and let you see if you can figure out the mystery. Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice all live in the same house. Bob and Carol go out to a movie, and when they return, Alice is lying dead on the floor in a puddle of water and glass. It's obvious that Ted killed her, but Ted is not prosecuted or severely punished. What is going on? Solve the mystery and think outside of the box to do so. So at this moment, for the fun of it, you should press pause and see if you can figure out the mystery. Give yourself about 2 minutes. All right. I'm hoping you pressed pause and tried, and now you're pressing play again. Thinking outside of the box is key to get this mystery. The correct answer here is Bob and Carol are people. Ted and Alice are not. Alice is lying dead on the floor in a puddle of water and glass. Alice is a fish. Ted killed her. Ted is a cat. So that explains why she is dead by Ted's hand or paw and why Ted will not be prosecuted for the crime. Obviously, these are kind of sneaky. If you were a real investigator, you'd walk into a scene and you'd see it was a fish. But it's all about trying to exercise your brain in that outside of the box way. We did that one more time in second block with a 5-minute mystery, but I'm not going to do that here. And if you were in class, you got to experience it. If you're in third block, we'll do it again tomorrow. The 5-minute mysteries are really fun, and I encourage you to check one out. If you are interested in playing, you can send us your results for extra credit. Your STEM today is really about some of the principles that we're trying to set out. When solving a crime, detectives must gather all the facts first, because, but, so. So I talked a little bit about grammar here. What I'm seeing in your STEMs is phenomenal. Students are mastering the basic essentials of good complex sentence writing. And so we're pushing it a little because this time you have to write a 3-phrase sentence. And what that means is you're entering the world of compound complex sentences. There are 3 phrases. The first is when solving a crime. That has to have a comma because it's a dependent clause. On its own, you can see it's nothing. It's incomplete. So it relies on the next piece. When solving a crime, comma, detectives must gather all the facts first. We could stop there, but because we're developing the complex writing, I'm asking you to write because, and but, and so. Remember, because you're building another independent clause, you have to have a comma and a linking word, the because, but, so. The only thing I'm seeing is that little reminder, always add the comma. And once we master this, we'll move on to the next construction. In general, you're doing great with STEMs. Today and this week, I'm going through and grading last week's STEMs. Last week will be your very first set of grades in English. You may always revise for a higher grade if you look at my feedback and choose to do so. That is all. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.